Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Happy Saturday night to you all, unless you're a Manchester United fan, because we are officially shite, and we've got many reasons for that, and we're going to get into them throughout this show. Just a bit of fallout reaction, see what the latest is going on post-game. Obviously, Nottingham Forest 2-1 against Manchester United earlier on. An absolute debacle, of which we're going to discuss in a moment. But, yeah, shocking, guys. Do us a favour at the start of this one. Smash the like button on this video. Give us a big thumbs up. Share us around on social media. Repost the stream. It's linked to the top of the live chat. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and get your thoughts and opinions in throughout, because we want to hear from you. So tonight's show, it's about obviously dissecting the game, talking about the current situation with the manager, the players, and post-match reaction and that sort of stuff. We'll cover all the latest and give you my thoughts and opinions on it, and we'll also get stuck into your thoughts and opinions throughout the show as well. Of course, we'll dip in the comment section, see what you legends are saying throughout, and of course, at the end of the show, we'll have a big Q&A as well, so stick around until then. But for now, hang on to your seats, baby, and smash the thumbs up and subscribe. You really think we should get a Ten Hag in or out poll on the go? Go on then, let's get it going. Ten Hag in or out, guys? Let us know in the live chat, but I will get a little poll running. I will get a little poll running throughout here as well, just to see what you legends are saying. But it's getting tough, isn't it? It's getting tough. It's getting tough to defend Erik Ten Hag, and we're going to get into some of the reasons for it. But anyway, hey, thank you, Thomas Sandfield, by the way, for becoming a member of the Bacon Brigade over here, lad. Double legend. Get your love in there, please, everybody, for Thomas Sandfield. Thank you, Thomas, for becoming a member of the channel. I do appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much for that. Get your love in there for Thomas, bros and ladies. Zach Carr's just become a member as well. Holy shit, man. 2 new members at the start of the show. Thank you, Zach Carr, as well, getting in here raw, bro. Appreciate you, Mr. Carr. Welcome to the new members there, guys. Thank you very, very much. I do appreciate you. Yeah, so, right, guys, obviously, we've lost to Forest. It's a bit of a debacle. The way we're playing is the big problem as well. It's not just the result. It's how we're actually going about it. I mean, we're lacking creativity. We can't create chances against bang average teams. Fair enough if you're coming up against the Bayern Munichs of this world, or even the Man Cities of this world. You know, the top teams out there. And you can't create chances and you're struggling in the final third. That's one thing. But when you're doing it against essentially championship fodder, or teams that are in relegation battles, or that are lower league teams, lower end of the league size, it's just bang out of order and not unacceptable for Man United to be playing that style of football, this brand of football, this Erik Ten Hag brand of football, this cracked out crystal meth Ten Heisenberg brand of guffball. Don't even know if we can call it football anymore. I feel like we have to call it guffball, because it's straight up guff. It is really quite a calamitous brand of football, if that's what you want to call it. So, I mean, the only Ajax sort of style that it resembles is the toilet cleaner. Do you know what I mean? It's not Ajax the football team. It's Ajax the fucking shitter cleaner. Do you know what I mean? You know that fucking cream cleaner, that cream toilet cleaner, Ajax. That's the style of play we've got at the moment. I think he's got them mixed up out there. I don't think we're playing the Ajax style of play. I think we're playing the fucking toilet cleaner Ajax style of play. Because it does seem like it's just in the shitter right now. So, very, very poor from the side. Ten Hag's got to set up. And you know what really concerned me? I've got to be honest, guys. It's some of the decisions that Ten Hag makes. Some of the justifications that he makes as well. And the comments that he makes post-match. We'll get into it now. Bring it on, Shotty McShotbag McColostomy Bag McTominay, a half-time for Covey Maynard. He's having a fucking laugh, son. So I just naturally assumed that at half-time, Kobbie Mainoo had picked up a knock. Maybe he's one of these injury-prone sort of players. He got a knock in pre-season. He was out for a couple of months. Maybe he picked up a knock. Maybe that's what it was. He's brought on McTominay because Kobbie Mainoo has picked up a knock. But no, it doesn't turn out that's the case at all. It was a tactical substitution, apparently, by Erik Ten Hag. Samuel Luckhurst reports that Ten Hag confirms Mainoo's removal was tactical, says he has no regrets about the decision. So in regards to Scott McTominay coming on, Ten Hag says Scott McTominay brought energy. I think the second half was much better on our side. The first goal, when you analyse it well, has nothing to do with the midfield. The second goal came from poor communication. Right, yeah. Wait a second. Who in their right mind would actually take off Kobbie Mainoo, who's one of our best players, even though he's 18? Who would take him off for a tactical swap for Scott McTominay to slot into that midfield? Are you having a fucking laugh? That is piss poor. Sorry, but fair enough. I understand bringing Scott McTominay off the bench later on in the game, maybe as a goal threat, because he is a goal threat. Stick him up the top of the pitch when you need a goal, when you're desperate. Marouane Fellaini vibes. Bring him off the pitch. But don't fucking make a random swap like that for no reason at all. I think it's a very piss poor decision that by Ten Hag, and then sticking to his guns on it as well. Gash. Shout out here to the super chatter, Thomas Sandfield. Thank you very much for sending 100 knock. Dude, making it rain Norwegian kroner up in here. Thank you very much there, by the way, Thomas Sandfield, mate. I appreciate you, dude. He says, hey, Piggy, I was very happy when we got Jose. And as a Norwegian, I was happy to have Ollie. Both of them had a way worse results and they still got sacked. So I think Erik Ten Hag is going to get sacked very soon. Yeah. In hindsight, the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer situation, the Ole Gunnar days, not that bad. Not really that bad. I mean, some of these times that we've had in the past, we think they were really bad. Turns out they were not really that bad. You actually think about Ollie in his final season, not the start of the season that he got sacked, but the final season, the full season. Man, we were so much better. We were beating teams 9-0 and shit like that, you know? So, be careful what you wish for, I suppose. Now we've got Ten Hag. He's tried to rebuild things. He's spent money. He's built the team in his image, so to speak. No, I'm not talking about a team full of baldies. I mean, he's built it in the team of, let's go and sign these players that he knows, obviously, from the Netherlands and various different places, people he's worked with. Turns out they're all gash. Turns out a lot of them are gash anyway. Turns out that we've got a fidget spinner, Antony dos Santos, in there, who is literally gash. Thank you, Thomas Sandfield, by the way. And I feel you. Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I don't know how long this guy's got left. I mean, maybe United will just stick with him until the end of the season. There's a good chance they could sack him in the morning. That's what the title of this video is. Is Ten Hag in line for the sack? He's got to be one of the most favourite managers to be sacked out there in world football at this moment in time. How long has he got? Is he on borrowed time? Or will we just stick with him regardless to the end of the season and make the change then? I don't know. I mean, would you keep or sack Ten Hag now, mid-season? Literally as middle of the season, or would you just stick with him, see if he can turn it around, maybe appoint somebody who's available in the summer anyway? It's a tough call. It's a tough call because is the right person available right now? Zayn Miassi, here he is. Zayn Miassi getting in here. What's happening there, Zayn Miassi? He says, if Spurs didn't think Ten Hag was good enough, why did United go for him? Did they actually interview him? Says Zayn Miassi. Zayn Miassi, listen, Spurs' previous managerial appointments, a little bit sus, bro. So, you know, I don't think them passing anybody up, or even if that's the case, which I personally think you're talking absolute guff, I don't think that's the case, mate. You know, you're having a mare, Zayn Miassi, as always, bro. Yes, of course we interviewed him. I mean, the fact is, his CV was decent. It wasn't somebody that was obviously like, you know, Jose or Pep or somebody who's like one of the top tier managers. But as an up and coming manager, somebody can take a gamble on. He had got, you know, Ajax playing a certain way. He'd been there for 5 years, established a really great style. They got through to Champions League semi-finals and they've overperformed basically and over-exceeded. Unfortunately, that's not the case for him at Manchester United, though. He's actually brought us to a point where we're playing some really bad football. Last season, he was actually pretty good for us, I think. You know, he genuinely was. But unfortunately, I think this season he's been found out a little bit. He is making sus decisions. Don't understand why he perseveres with the likes of Shotty McColostomy Bag McTominay and people like this. He's a good coach. I still think he's a good manager, but is he doing a good job with Man United right now? No, nobody could deny he's having an absolute stinker. I mean, look at some of the statistics here, right? Let me just get some of the statistics. Hey, Roddy Can't Game, thank you very much for the $3 super chat there with a pom-pom. Yeah, get out, son. Thank you very much for that. But I just wanted to show you some of these statistics here, guys, for Ten Hag's sort of attacking stats right now at the football club, because this is unacceptable. First half goals, 6. That puts us in 19th in the Premier League rankings. Shot conversion, 7.8%. That's the worst in the league. Expected goals per game. Expected goals overall throughout the campaign. Minus 7.4, 19th. We have a negative goal difference right now. Manchester United. And goals, we've scored 22 goals, the third least in the Premier League. That's absolutely gashtastic. There's no getting away from it. Like, you can't defend this. Man United, with the millions and millions of pounds worth of players, we're supposed to be some sort of an attacking outfit. Fair enough, we might concede a lot of goals in games. We might lose a lot of games. You know, United should be an attacking side that's capable of creating chances and scoring goals. I mean, look at that first half against Forest today. Nothing being created by this particular United side whatsoever. I mean, very, very, very much not even turn up. Thank you very much for another super chat, Thomas Sandfield. Bloody hell, mate. He says, based on the money Erik Ten Hag has used on these players, it's nuts. Antony, what the fuck's going on with him? And to comment on the Erik Ten Hag's superb tactical comment to take out Mainu for Scotty is shocking. Thomas Sandfield, so true, lad. Thank you so much. Yes, as I was just discussing, the fact that he would suggest that it was a tactical decision to take out Mainu and play McTominay instead. I mean, that just begs the question, what is this guy smoking on? It must be some of that Dutch Northern Lights, bro. The very high-grade stuff. Because this man is clearly making some wrong decisions out there. That is unjustifiable. And Antony gets selected every single week, doesn't he? Every single week. Antony dos Santos playing every single week, more or less. Why does that guy get selected ahead of the likes of Palistri or... Hell, even Ahmad Diallo came on and actually looked pretty lively and pretty decent. I think he looks good. I think Ahmad Diallo, give him a chance. Why are we waiting until now to finally realise, 7 minutes into the second half, this guy's actually doing nothing for us out there on the right side. Let's get this guy off the pitch. Why does it take so long? He gets selected all these games. I don't really understand it. There you go. He's got this obsession with Antony dos Santos. I think Antony dos Santos is actually shite. I think we've kind of just come to realisation now. Last season he scored some nice goals for us, but everybody's worked him out now. They've worked out that if you just don't let him go onto his left foot and cut inside, he's easy to deal with. He can't cross, so show him on the outside, show him on his weak foot, and he's shite. And everybody's worked him out now, so his goal threat is basically gone anyway. So last season, yes, he had that cut inside, opportunities to score goals, and he did score some nice goals. Guy's shite. Guy's a one-trick pony. Now his one trick's been found out. He's rubbish. You might as well chuck him away. I mean, you've got legends of the game like Peter Schmeichel at half-time commenting on Antony, saying, I really think that Erik Ten Hag should rethink Antony's position. He doesn't give much to the team. He frustrates his teammates. Yeah, so he might work hard, he might run around, but what does he actually bring you? Does he get lots of balls delivered into the box? Does he create lots of chances? Does he play lots of little through balls in behind? I don't see it very often. Yes, occasionally. But goodness me, we're United supposed to be creating. We're supposed to have players who can create. And he can't create. He can't create for his teammates. He can only cut in and shoot. He's just bang average, isn't he? So there you go. Let's ask the live chat, though, on Antony dos Santos. Keep or sell. It seems strange after only just a year to be talking about a player like this. But keep or sell. I think we've just about seen him out as much as we need to with this guy. I think he's crap. I don't think he's really United standard. I think we could persevere with some youngsters like Palistri or Almad and maybe develop them into really good players. Antony looks guff. The only problem is, have fun selling Antony now. Dilvani says keep the guy. Lloyd says sell. Matthew says sell. Mount says sell. Sell. The only problem is, imagine trying to sell Antony right now. It's very difficult. It's not the most appealing of players, is he? Crikey. Maybe if you're after somebody to come in and maybe teach you some gashtastic dance moves in a dance school studio or something somewhere, you need somebody to perfect the old 360 pirouette spin or something, he might be the answer. But for somebody to actually, want to go and take him for anywhere near probably even half what we pay for him. There's not many teams out there who would take him for 40 mil right now, let alone 85 mil. So we've been done there. We've got another player who's probably not good enough for Man United on big money at the football club, who we spent big money on. And we can't get rid of him. We just can't get rid of him. And that's it. We're stuck with him for a couple of years, it seems. Loads of people saying sell in the live chat, though, yeah. Hey there, Thomas again getting in here raw tonight. Let's get some raw emojis in there for Thomas Sandfield. This guy's going absolutely ham-diddly-ham out there, mate. And he says, you forgot Antony's fabulous spins with the ball. Sell. Get him out. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's what he's massively known for, isn't it? Pathetic, isn't it? It's absolutely pathetic. That's it. He's just basically a meme of a player. It is a big shame. I do feel like we've just been done there. Ajax have been done. I mean, I don't know if this is some sort of like gangster tactic from Erik Ten Hag. He does look like a bit of a Ten Heisenberg or whatever. Maybe this is just an elaborate plan from the guy to make Ajax rich. You know what I mean? Give the money to Ajax, the club that he loves. We can buy their shit players. Could have had fucking Kudu. Could have had whoever. No, ended up getting a fidget spinner for 85 mil. Craziness. Super chat. Zamiasi says, why did you sell Elanga? He's better than Holy Land. Oh my God. I mean, Elanga's showing actually this season that he is a very decent player, isn't he? And today he was good against us. I will stand by this, Zane. I'll stand by this. Elanga's a good player. And he's a young player and he could have developed into a pretty good player, very good player. But is he good enough for Man United, if we're being brutally honest? I mean, maybe based on the current sort of squad that we've got, then yeah. But in all honesty, no. I don't think he is. Even though, yeah, okay, he's done well against us today and our team are actually shite. All he would be doing was what? Competing for places, maybe holding people back. Is he really going to be top tier, one of the best in the world? Whereas players like Garnacho, maybe they could be. Maybe Pellistri, you know. Some of these youngsters deserve opportunities ahead of Antony Elanga. That's why I think it was the right decision to let him go. And we got decent sort of money for him. But obviously, in hindsight, it's easy to say. Rashford, we thought would be our left-wing beast. We thought we'd be getting a new striker in who'd be scoring all the goals. Rashford's gone off the boil this season, and we've signed a striker, but he's not scoring the goals in the Premier League or anything. So, do you know what? Basically, just piss off, Zane. How's that, mate? There you go. I've answered it as best I can. I can't be dealing with your shit anymore, lad. You know, fair enough. Yes, okay. Elanga is a decent player, lad, and he's doing well this season, though. But, you know, it's kind of like, oh, you know, the Daniel James situation again. Daniel James is also a good player, but is he really good enough for Manchester United, or are there just hot bits of form here and there? And, you know, there's no... Like, we've got to be real. There's certain players, you know, Wilfried Zaha over the years. You know, you get rid of Wilfried Zaha at some point because the ceiling is reasonably limited. It's not that they're not good players. They're very good players. But are they proper United players? No. And I think Elanga falls into that category, you know, personally. I don't see it with him myself. I watched him all of last season and Elanga was pretty gash for United, mate. So, yeah, fair enough, though. He has gone on. I think he's found probably his level there and he's doing well and he's impressing. And it's a bit of a grudge match for him today, wasn't it? Yeah. Yep. It's absolutely guff, isn't it? Hey, thank you very much for that, by the way. What else was I going to say? Yeah. So, Thomas Sandfield, again, getting in here. Crikey. Appreciate you. He says, I have the image in my head of Joker burning up a pile of money when I see Antony play. Like, fair dues. Yeah, I mean, it's craziness, isn't it? I don't really understand why. I mean, there you go. But we've got the guy. Surely Ten Hag has to sort of do what he did with Rashford a few weeks ago now, though, which is to definitely drop Antony. So he subbed him off only 7 minutes into the second half. I think that's an indicator of his disappointment of Antony's performance. Obviously, he started the guy, which was the wrong decision anyway. Antony's then proceeded to perform like an absolute complete donkey for 45 minutes. Then he's allowed him to stay on the pitch at half-time for 7 minutes. He's seen him performing like an absolute jank weasel over on that side, so he's ripped him off the pitch. Surely now he realises this guy cannot be trusted. You know, he's got to give chances to the likes of Diallo, the likes of Pellistri. You know, these guys are better. These guys will be better. We are indeed. By the way, I can see we've got over 400 legends in here tonight. Holy shite. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining the stream. What a shocker. What a shocker. Do us a favour if you're just joining the stream, though. Leave a like on this video. Give us a like spike. Every little like helps the channel to boost us up there on the old YouTube algorithm. And it's a cruel mistress. So twat the thumbs up. It's free. And also share it around if you want. And get yourself subscribed to the channel so you can have your say and get your thoughts and opinions in throughout as well. Yeah. Antony's your best player, is he? Right, okay. Well, Rio, personally, I feel like it'd be hard to do a worse job with this United side. Like, I've stuck by Ten Hag a lot this season, but how has he managed to get these players playing such a bad way? And, okay, a lot of people will just blame the players and say that all of these players are or a lot of these players are the players that were sort of there previously. There's melters like Bruno Fernandes, can't captain anything, couldn't captain a dinghy. You know, lots of big issues throughout the squad. But then Ten Hag is kind of in charge of who gets to play, of how he's getting them set up, tactically, motivation-wise. He's setting them up out there, isn't he? So if he feels like there is a player that's not pulling their weight out there, he doesn't have to play them. Whether it be Antony, whether it be Rashford, whether it be whoever. He doesn't actually have to play them, and he can sort of mould the team, guide the team, maybe bring a youngster or two through who are hungry. You know, do some stuff like that. You know, you've got to get the best out of this team. Keep the competitive edge in that side. Competition for places, all the rest. I think he's definitely dropped the ball a bit this season, guys. Let's be real. So the poll is run at the moment. I mean, I still kind of think that Erik Ten Hag deserves a bit more time. I do. That might surprise some of you, but I genuinely do just think this is a bit of a gash set of players. We have had certain injuries and issues and stuff, and it's all just excuses. But if he was to go on and win the next 3 in a row, then it would basically just right everything that's been wronged in recent weeks. Yeah, you can't be inconsistent like we are. We probably wouldn't go and win the next 3 in a row. That's the problem. So do you make the decision? Because you can't beat teams like Villa, then lose to teams like Forest. It's absolutely jank. Hey, thank you very much there, Hardcore Gamer, for subscribing or becoming a member of the channel, mate. Let's be having you. Thank you so much to Hardcore Gamer 40. Everyone get some big love in there for Hardcore Gamer, everyone. Thank you so much, guys. Do appreciate that. Yes, lad. And also, fair enough, Malps. I mean, interesting comments as manager disrespected Ronaldo and De Gea, United legends. Definitely disrespected De Gea. Did he disrespect Cristiano Ronaldo? That's arguable. I mean, I feel like Cristiano Ronaldo disrespected Manchester United personally as well. But certainly, you know, the De Gea situation, De Gea nothing but really committed and dedicated to this club and one of our best players. And I think we've proven with this season with Onana coming in that he basically was our best player for many, many years. And we just kind of took him for granted. Julian, thank you for subscribing. Ricardo, thank you for subscribing. Nice one, guys. Well done for joining the channel. Why does he deserve more time? Well, there's a couple of reasons really caking it. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you my opinion on it. Who are you going to appoint instead? Like, are you going to do what we've done previously and, like, what, interim manager? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes back? Remember, it didn't really work out. We put Ralph Rangnick in there. Like, maybe just let him have it till end of the season. That's what I'm saying. Like, he probably will end up being replaced in the summer. Like, chances are he doesn't turn us around. Chances are we probably don't get top 4 and the season's dead and he gets sacked. But maybe just better off to just let somebody start off in the summer afresh. Give them the opportunity to spend in the summer and shape the team in how they want for the start of the new season. And then Ten Hag just fucks off at the end of the season. You know, if he's failed by then. So you say also, why does he deserve time? Well, there's a lot of times in this club's history where we've had adversity, where we struggled, be it when, obviously, Sir Alex Ferguson took him years and years and years to get Manchester United on the winning sort of path. He did do well last season. People forget last season, Ten Hag just about exceeded all expectations. We qualified for the Champions League. We won a trophy. We got to an FA Cup final. It wasn't terrible last season, was it? So is he just a crap manager overnight? But he was good for us last season, though, wasn't he? You know what I mean? So I'm not saying he's great, and he's obviously doing a crap job. He's obviously got us playing terrible football. But I just say maybe it makes sense to keep hold of the guy to the end of the summer, to the end of the season, and then just replace him then. Who are you going to appoint tomorrow is what I'm asking you. Jose Mourinho? Little bit of a negative Nelly himself, isn't he, that guy? You know, okay, fair enough. Obviously a great coach in terms of short-term stability. Probably would get you results. Probably would turn things around in the short term. He's not a coach that leaves you in a good position long term, though. You know, there's some other managers out there. Simeone, I hear people saying Simeone, good manager. Blatantly, he will get you results. But he's also super negative and just a shithouse. There you go, I said it. So I just just wouldn't really want him to come in because he's going to play some defensive drab guff football. He's a shithouse. Zayn Miasi, thank you very much for getting in here with a super chat again, Zayn. Thank you for supporting the channel, mate. I do appreciate it. This is what Zayn Miasi's got to say. He says, Piggy, now your channel is nearly 80,000 subscribers. Will you do a live Piggy event with the fans? Also, Costner as Robin Hood or Russell Crowe as Robin Hood. That's kind of like asking, well, who would you rather have in your defence? Harry Maguire or the Managerial? Isn't it? I mean, Costner's Robin Hood is the epic one, mate. That's the elite. Doesn't get much better than that, bro. Even though it shouldn't work because he's got an American accent and Christian Slater's in it and he's got an American accent and they're playing geezers from Nottingham or whatever. It shouldn't work, but it does, mate. It bloody does. Alan Rickman is the show in Nottingham. The old school Robin Hood is way better. I'll be honest with you, I haven't even seen the Russell Crowe version of Robin Hood. I've heard it's an atrocity, lad. I refuse to bring myself to watch that shite. Just like I refuse to bring myself to watch that Arsenal shite that you watch. Will I do a live Piggy event with the fans? What's this saying if ain't a live Piggy event with the fans, bro? When we get to 100k, though, I think something like that could be arranged, Amy. I see, bro, yeah. Will you come down with your Salt Bay gold-crusted fucking steaks on arm if we do that? Cheers for that, by the way, Amy. I appreciate you. But yeah, blatantly, Kevin Costner is a way better, that's an awesome Robin Hood movie, isn't it? Love it. Unfortunately, the lads from Nottingham done us over today. Kay Slater says, my question, when our plan A isn't working, what is our plan B? It cannot be throw McTominay on. Seems to be the case, doesn't it? Yeah, seems to be the case. But what was our plan A today? Does the A stand for AIDS? What is the plan A, mate, from the way we set up? We had one shot on goal in the whole first opening 45 minutes against Forest. Unreal. Yeah. 200 subs away from 80,000. That is pretty raw, guys. Yeah, we're not that far away now, so subscribe if you're new to the show and get yourself involved. We were trying to get to 80,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. Now, we've only got just over a day left, so if you are new to the channel here for the first time, you might as well subscribe. You might as well hit that subscribe button down there. That's the red one there that says subscribe. Smash that up. We know the players are shite and they are not playing for Erik Ten Hag. Worst of all, I don't know if they're not playing for Erik Ten Hag. You say that, yes, today it didn't look like it, but how do you explain that performance against Aston Villa? I feel like there's mad inconsistencies in this team. If they're fighting like they did second half and dragging themselves back from a 2-0 down against Villa the way they did, who are a good team, that doesn't really indicate to me that they're not playing for Erik Ten Hag. Today, you might say that, but why were they playing for him last time then? I think it's just inconsistencies in guff setups and bad tactics and bad selections, whatever, that's costing us these games. I don't necessarily agree with that point, that they're not playing for him. Maybe some of them aren't to the level that they should be, but I reckon a lot of them are playing for him quite hard, aren't they? There's signings that he's made, some of these players as well. I mean, Antony's just shit. But I can't say that he's not playing hard for Ten Hag. He loves Ten Hag. Ten Hag loves him. They've got a special relationship together. He's brought him in there. He's made him a very rich young man. He's brought him over from Brazil, originally to Ajax. Then he's brought him from Ajax to Manchester United. Surely Antony feels like Ten Hag is his bloody fairy godmother or something. So surely he wants to play hard for him and fight hard for him. He's just shit. That's the problem with Antony. So I'm not so sure if it's a case of, these players aren't playing for him. I mean, what's the reality? If Ten Hag goes, what's the alternative? What happens to Antony? What happens to Antony if Ten Hag goes? Does the new coach look at him and go, yeah, that's right, you know what? I want this guy who looks like he's playing on a fucking pogo stick out there on the right side with one bloody leg. I want this peg leg to fucking play on me right hand side. No, they're probably going to sack him off to the reserves. So I'm sure Antony wants to keep his place in the team. I'm sure Antony wants to keep his golden fairy godmother as the manager. And certain other players do as well. So I'm not so convinced that these players are just down tools. I think they're just fundamentally a bit gash. And they don't have a lot of bottle. And there's a bad character. And there's bad characters in there. And also they're just not consistently performers. And also the team's shite and set up and tactically guff too. And Ten Hag's at fault for that, of course. But yeah, a lot of these players are just they're just shite, aren't they? Oh, my God. Sorry, I've just got to catch up with the chat here. Zane says, imagine if Sir Jim goes for Southgate. Lucky Mrs. P's taken all the plates. I'll tell you that, Zane. I see, lad. Otherwise, you'd be having one at the camera lens, boy, son. Imagine if Sir Jim goes for Southgate. I mean, he's not going to go for Southgate, is he? Listen, there would be a a short list, which would be very short, and Southgate's not on it, mate. So just so you know, Southgate's 100% not on it. Even if he was to leave the England post tomorrow, he's not on it, is he? He's got the gashiest CV ever. It would be people like Emery, Potter maybe might just be on the list. I guess then you'd go for the big bollockses, people like Mourinho, people like Ancelotti, people like Zidane, these sorts of people on the short list. It's a very short list, Zane. But Southgate is most definitely not on that list, as much as you will pretend that, you would like that to be the case. But that's definitely not going to happen. Zane is smoking big time, isn't he? Hey, Ronaldo, welcome in the stream, mate. Luke CX, thank you for getting in here with your super chat. He says, every Man United fan channel was saying, drop Rashford, Onana, Antony and Scotty. Yeah, professional coach. Can't see what is blatantly obvious. Why? Yeah, no, it is weird, that, isn't it? I know, it seems like fundamental, easy decisions. Like, who would you rather have sort of in a midfield holding position? McTominay or Mainu? It's pretty obvious, really, because we've seen the tried and tested guff that McTominay brings to the table, yet he brought him on for a tactical change in the second half. Strange. Thank you so much there, Luke, by the way. Nuts says Costner, no doubt. Yeah, Costner was the daddy. Costner's awesome. Anyway, nice one, guys. Nice one, guys. Zami Ashley says, what about Ravanelli as manager? Fabrizio Ravanelli, yeah? Greg L, thank you for your 35-month member comment here, boss. He says, United are too inconsistent this season. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, so what's the good of actually beating Aston Villa out the way we did when you just get done up against Nottingham Forest the way we did there today? Shocking. Yo, Alpha, what's going on? So I'm just going to go through a couple more of the things that Ten Hag said, because, post-game, just dissect this a moment. So Ten Hag, McTominay vibes, as I say. He said he brought McTominay on, said to bring the energy. I think the second half was much better on our side. Okay, I guess it was better than the first half, but that's only because in the first half, we literally resembled a schoolgirl child team, under sixers, down the local fucking parish fucking park or whatever, mate. One shot on goal. I would expect the Atherton Town under 11s fucking, choir girls team to create one chance in a 45-minute game. I'm not even kidding. Somebody have a pop shot for distance, can't they? Fuck. One shot on goal. So, pretty bad that. And then after the game, Ten Hag's talking about, he says the players are not happy, but we have to do better. We haven't played with the same team in a row. We had to change again. So every time we have to swap our team, that doesn't help or support the routines of the team, and explains why we're so inconsistent. He says, we know why the reasons are it's not working. No team can deal with so many issues and injuries we've had. We should still have done better, and we have depth in the squad. When you have so many injuries, the depth is not enough. This is mad excuses, isn't it, from Erik Ten Hag? I mean, fuck me. We have had injury problems, but goodness, I mean, Nottingham Forest, they've had some injury problems, but also most teams we've come up against have some injury problems. Also, Nottingham Forest have a lot less quality players on the pitch, even using our squad players and our lesser players. If you're talking about just from like a reputation or a monetary standpoint, doesn't even come close. We've got players like Antony dos Santos on the pitch, Brazilian international, £85 million that he's been bought for. Marcus Rashford, $375,000. The list goes on and on and on. So I don't like to hear these excuses by the manager, to be fair. He should have just said, we're fucking shite and we've got a lot to work on and we're going to work on it. If I'm still here, we will fucking work on it and we will get better, and I'll prove to you that we actually are not that shit. But goodness me, he said the first half performance was okay. We invested to do less in the final third. I think we should have created more. You what? It's fucking laughable, mate. We were okay in the first half. We were absolutely shite. We had one shot on goal. We were okay, were we? And we should have done more. We should have created more. Yeah, we should have created more. We should have maybe had 2 shots, Fucking shocking. Anyway, don't like these comments from Ten Hag post-match. I have to admit, he's sounding like a melter here. He's also been asked about, Ineos getting involved with the situation and the fact that maybe they'll have an influence on who is the manager long term. Because we've talked about if Sir Jim Ratcliffe and co, Dave Brailsford, all these people come in and they want to make decisions to take the club forward. Maybe at this particular juncture, they're looking at Ten Hag with his instability that he's created in the side and the lack of quality out there. And they go, you know what? Well, it's a new regime. We've got new people in. We're taking this club in a different direction. Maybe we just sack off Erik now and get somebody else in. So his future is uncertain, even if he was doing okay. Never mind doing badly. So there is a chance that Ten Hag is up for being sacked off on the chopping block soon. But basically, Fabrizio just tweeted this out, which is just some comments from Ten Hag that he also made in regards to Ineos. If Ineos will, how does he convince Ineos that he's the right man for the job? And he said that they know me and know when I have a squad that is available, results will be there. We were overperforming last year. So far this season, we are underperforming. We have to step up. Right, yeah, I guess we were overperforming last season. That's kind of true, I suppose. Just overperformed. This season, though, really underperforming. And, yeah, I don't really buy this whole squad injury bullshit thing. You look at who's in the team today, there's still a lot of class players on the pitch. So, to a degree, yes. But it's just, it sounds like just rubbish excuses. Anyway, Ten Hag, sort your fucking shit out, bro. To be honest, his style of play is mundane at this particular moment in time. It's not what we signed up for. We thought we were going to be getting an attacking, swashbuckling style of play with the manager who's going to bring, like a total football type vibe. But all he's brought us is total shite at this minute. Big problems we've got. Chopper, what's happening there, Chopper? He says, sorry, Pig, can't hear you. Very windy at the top of the league table. Maybe send Onana with a note. I know 5 minutes timeout coming. You're a dick, mate. Chopper, thank you for getting in. I appreciate you. Hang on a second. Why is my thing not working now? Ah, that's what she said. No. Hang on a sec. I've got to copy this link over. Give me one moment to do this, and then it should work again. Uno momento. It's not having it, mate. Your comment is just... None of these comments are popping up on the screen anymore. That is gash. Anyway, thank you very much for that, Chopper. I appreciate you, dude. Nice one. Nice one, mate. Thank you very much for that. Oh, hang on. There it is, bro. There it is, bro. Chopper says, sorry, Pig. Can't hear you. Very windy at the top of the league. Yeah, nice one. Bollocks, lad. Hey, thank you there, Malik, for subscribing to the channel, and Emma Phillips, and also Matt Lou 17. Thank you guys for hitting the subscribe button on the show. Anyway, I don't really know what even else to say, guys. I'm just very frustrated with how we're playing, and I think it's about time that we saw a change, and either Ten Hag gets this side playing decent over the next few games, or yeah, I think he's about 3 games away from getting sacked myself. Like, unless he has a pretty flawless few games, I imagine he's probably on the chopping block. Certainly, you could argue he might even be sacked off tomorrow. Ronnie Dodge, thanks for being a member for 2 years. He says Blanc and Dave needs to sit down with Erik. You think they need to sack him off then, Ronnie? Yeah? I don't know. Team's not playing with any sort of quality at the minute. Do you think he's gone? Some of these comments are sus, mate. I kind of think he feels maybe like, yeah, the writing's on the wall to a degree here. Maybe time for a nice fat juicy payday and go and piss off back to the Netherlands or something, It might happen. Might happen. Hey, Square Window, thank you very much for getting in. Says, could United get Xabi Alonso? I mean, doubtful, bro. Because, for a start, he's a scumbag Liverpool scummer. Ex-Liverpool scum. So, yeah, I don't think so. Ronnie Dodge, I didn't miss it, mate. I was just catching up with the chat there. I've got it. Right, I'm caught up with the chat now. Anyway, right, I mean, I'm basically just going to get into the chat to have a little bit of a chat with you guys. You've heard my thoughts. I'm fucking shattered tonight. I'm not doing a FIFA tonight, by the way, guys. No bloody way. After that atrocity of a game, and I'm feeling shattered. Just, you know what? No. Not up for it. I'll be getting on that tomorrow. We'll be doing a Raw stream for New Year's Eve and stuff tomorrow. So, yeah, come and join us for that. It'll be a long one. But tonight, it's not happening. Fair play to your pro gamer. I feel you, man. You're not watching anymore. Giving up with these bunch of clowns. Yeah, very disappointing. These guys representing us as fans in such a gash way. That's what really pisses me off. I saw Kate Cadet's comment earlier and I agreed with it entirely. He's like, okay, people were saying that these These players are not playing for the manager, but these players should be playing for the fans. These players should be playing for the shirt. They should be playing for the badge. Unfortunately, football has changed, I think, to a degree where these cash bags just care mostly about the cash. Bow, thank you, Bow, for the super chat. What is that shite that keeps popping up on the screen? It's doing my fucking Sweden, bro. Abel says, too many Scousers on your channel today. It's always the case, mate, when we concede. You just get a wash with fucking Scousey Aries, bud. It's a disgrace, mate. Disco Dave, thank you for getting in here tonight as well. He says, Premier League is on another planet to other leagues in the world. It finds players out, and unfortunately, Ten Hag signings aren't good enough for them to league. Yeah, well, some of them are. Some of them are. I think some of them are, but most of them, or at least half of them, have failed, yeah. Already, I think it's fair to say that Antony's not up to the standard. Onana's not up to the standard. I think the Butcher Martinez is robust enough for the Premier League. I think he's got the right character. I like him. I like the Butcher. Who else? Casemiro, obviously. He's up for it. He had a great season last season. But half of them, I think you're right. I think the recruitment's really cost us, particularly in this summer. As we've gone over about 58 times on this channel, but we'll do it one more time. If we'd have just kept David De Gea and spent the money outfield in a key area in the midfield or somewhere, get another goal scorer to help out, we could have been much better placed. But as it is, we did make the mistake of allowing David De Gea to go and sign Andre Onana, which has really cost us. Andre Onana, again, gashed today. We've got a crap goalkeeper, guys. That's never good. You need to have a solid base, and I feel like we've got a proper crap keeper, and that is down a lot to Erik Ten Hag, obviously bringing him in and allowing David De Gea to go and disrespecting David De Gea in the way that we did. I mean, didn't we have an agreement in place with a contract? Yes, it might have been a few months on the table, but for us to then turn around after David De Gea's like, yeah, nice one, and for us to say, actually, we're retracting this contract offer, see you later on, son, after being such a legend for the club and then going to spend 50 million quid on a gash bag, floppy-handed individual wearing a foam hand, it is massively concerning, yeah. So we basically just completely got that wrong. That's really not helped. So the recruitment's been gashed. Should have signed Maddison instead of Mount. Should have signed Kudu instead of Antony. They should have kept De Gea instead of Onana. There's so many coulda, shoulda, woulda. Should have signed Kane instead of Højlund, if we're being totally honest. Not that Højlund's not good and has a great future, because I believe he does. But crikey, we're talking about a lot of money. What's a little bit extra money to go and get something like that? People say, oh, Harry Kane, oh, Tottenham wouldn't have sold him to United. They would have done if we paid him an extra 20 million on top of what Bayern were paying him. Of course they would have done. It's just sheer economics, my son. So, yeah, you said it was the right time for David to go, Piggy, says Chappie. Yeah, but it obviously wasn't the right time for David to go. And to be fair, I never wanted David to go. Maybe it was the right time for David to go with his contract running down, and obviously United under Ten Hag supposedly looking to play out from the back and play a different style of play. But me personally, as you will know, if you watch the channel, David De Gea has basically been my favourite player for the last 10 years, mate. Never wanted the guy to go, man. Stanton says no FIFA flop pig like Man United. Well, okay, Stanton. Yeah, we've melted, bro. Just not feeling it, mate. Not feeling it. You know why? Because it melts like you, bro. Declan Rice is another one as well. Yep. See, Kane. There's so many other players we could have just gone and got, and in the end, we've made the wrong decisions. Maddison instead of Mount would have been a great one, wouldn't it? And we'd have saved 20 million, which we could have put towards Kane or something. Abel W says, you used to be Onana in. Glad you changed, says Abel W. Super chat. You used to be Onana in. Glad you changed. I mean, he's been here 2 fucking minutes, but I mean, it would have been pretty harsh to be anything other than Onana in until reasonably recently. But I think we've seen an extended run of gash from him that now he's definitely, proven that he's just another Bartes or somebody, another, even worse, somebody who's very much going to cost us games and is erratic. Sean O'Riordan, thank you very much for getting in here, brother, with a €10 super chat, lad. Yes, mate. Sean says, Fergie is no doubt the greatest manager, but you cannot deny his ego got in the way of our club. He is why the Glazers own the club, down to a silly battle over a fucking horse. Super chat. I think there might be a little bit more to it than that there, Sean O'Riordan, my son. I think, the Premier League should obviously have had a big say in this matter. I mean, you have to admit that Fergie has never talked badly about the Glazers. He's always basically said that they've done a decent job. They provided him with what he needed when he was coach, which is a big, stupid thing that Fergie said, obviously, that he never digs out the Glazers. And I don't understand, because they are shocking owners. And he's no longer the coach. Yes, he's still on he's still obviously part of the football club. But essentially, is he really, does it really matter if he just says, these owners are shite and we need a change? So what? You love Veron, but he didn't fit, unfortunately. There's another one. Diogo Ford had another one as well. Yeah, well, there you go, Malps. But, in all fairness to Fergie, for the initial period of time that the Glazers were there, Fergie wasn't really affected. They were still buying the players that he needed, but the difference was United had a stronger situation where we could actually get all the top talent. And, they wanted to come to us, so we could sign players like Berbatov or whoever, and spend 32 million by this player and just get them in. So, yeah. Fergie, maybe he's right. Maybe they were okay for him, but post-Fergie is where all of the problems have really appeared. Look, I'll just put this out here right now, though, guys. I see a lot of people look at this. Mount saying Fergie happy to take all the money. I'm just going to put this out there, guys, right? Anybody criticising Fergie or saying that Fergie is largely at fault for any of this is a fucking moron. Fergie, the greatest manager in this fucking club's history, won absolutely everything there is. Insane. Sorry, but there's bigger problems at this club. He's not, because he's not been vocal and said, the Glazers are shite. He's the fucking reason. Why are people even talking negatively in any possibility about fucking Alex Ferguson? It's crazy. It's craziness. The guy's an absolute G. And the G stands for God. You know what I mean? So, it's not down to Fergie why any of these problems are here. Personally, maybe he could have been more vocal. Maybe he could have digged them out a little bit. Yeah, fair enough. But he's obviously got interest in Manchester United. He loves the football club. He's a professional in that sense. Is he really likely to do that? So, well, maybe he should, but then they're just going to get him completely out of the football club, and he loves the football club there, Mouse. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. In regards to Fergie, he's done a lot of this football club. I certainly don't think that he's the one to blame anyway. Right, okay, so let's get into the live chat then, guys, and see what you legends are saying tonight. Very, very frustrating game today, guys, and we have lost. And Ten Hag's job is definitely up for debate, whether or not he'll get the job long-term to the end of the season. He could well be sacked in the morning. I would not really be surprised if we wake up tomorrow and hear that he's been sacked off. Super chats, I missed super chats, have I? Oh, Sean O'Riordan, my bad, bro, says, secondly, his choice of David Moyes was flawed from the beginning. Real United fans can't ignore these two facts. Sean O'Riordan, yes and no. So my thoughts on Goblin Moyes. He's fucking shite. I really don't think he's all that. Even now, he's doing great things with West Ham. They're doing well. He's a limited manager. That's my personal opinion. It's about his right level of club as West Ham or Everton or something like that. It's about the right level. Top tier manager, no. But actually, on paper, when you think about, this guy had Premier League experience, he'd shown really good abilities with Everton up until that point. Might have not really won anything, but certainly had them up there and in the mix with good sides, good squad building and all that kind of thing. Actually, Moyes at the time was a decent acquisition, was a decent appointment for Man United. I'll stand by that. At the time, yeah, it wasn't the best. Obviously, Pep or Klopp or whoever in hindsight would have been better, wouldn't it? Of course it would have done. But Moisey made a bit of sense. It was kind of like in that old school, got that Scottish vibe on the go. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but actually at the time, I think Moyes made a good bit of sense actually to be Man United's manager. Not that I wanted him. I wanted one of the, as I said, one of the prime candidates, so to speak. But I don't think it was a bad appointment on paper. Actually, could have worked out differently. You never know. Whoever took over after Sir Alex Ferguson was always just going to have that sort of situation happen, I reckon, though. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Red Olsen, yeah, guy absolutely crumbled it, dude. Signed Marouane Fellaini. That's about it in the summer, wasn't it? Fucking shocking. Impossible job following Fergie. Yeah. Nah, I'm not going to do it, sub 2. I feel rough tonight, mate. Feel tired, feel rough, and just stressed out and just not in the mood at all for FIFA, bro. So it's definitely not happening. But tomorrow we will get on and do it, yeah. Oh, fair play to you, Cassim Abdul. Yeah, well, you missed an absolute shitter. Sell Ratcliffe's as pro gamer. James Lawler, thanks for the super chat. Says you brighten the nights after days like this, mate. James Taylor, thank you very much for that. James Lawler, sorry. Getting in here raw for that, my son. Much love to you, James Lawler, bro. And, dude, it's taken out of me, that game. It has, and just the day pretty shattered me, and that was the last thing we needed was that. What an end to 2023, guys. Pathetic. Sean O'Riordan getting in here with another one. He says, bullshit. Why would you want a manager who won nothing to take over the greatest serial manager in history? Because it's based on, potential. It's based on, we've done the same with Erik Ten Hag, haven't we? There's many different ways you can approach it. You can go and get somebody who's won all the trophies, and the big name manager, which we've done post Fergie. People like Josie, people like Louis, didn't work out for us either, did it? Or you can go for somebody who's got the next step potential, which is more like David Moyes, more like Ten Hag. And you're hoping that they're going to go on and do what Klopp did at Liverpool, or Dortmund and Liverpool. You're hoping that they're going to do that. They're going to progress and hit that next level and become a great manager. So that's the route they went down. Moyes on paper, before we've gone and got him, I think was a decent appointment. I think he was awful at Man United, and I really don't think he would have lasted much longer, even if things had gone sort of differently in that first season. But on paper, all I'm saying is on paper, I understand why Fergie went with him, because he had that Premier League experience, that Scottish no-nonsense guff, and history and relationships working with certain players that you might want to go and bring in. People like Baines, people like Fellaini, people like, whoever else was at the club at the time. So, all I'm saying is on paper, it probably didn't make the least sense. Yeah, precisely, James. Moyes is decent, just not elite. Precisely agree with that. Yeah, more than 100 new subscribers today. Welcome in, everyone. Yes, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Keep hitting the subscribe button. Yes, we're on 79,828, trying to get to 80,000 subscribers. If you are new to the show, drop a little thumbs up and a subscribe on it. Yeah, that's true, Maps. I mean, it's just super depressing, isn't it? 264 likes. Thank you, everyone, for hitting the thumbs ups. Certainly, Hadrish. Well, okay, so I personally think Pep Guardiola would have been the best choice, having seen what he's obviously done at City. But I believe Fergie had a meeting in New York with Pep, and it just didn't pan out. I think he wanted to go to Bayern or whatever he was doing. He had some other obligations, whatever the fuck it was. So, yeah, obviously, Moyes wasn't our first choice. Surely Ancelotti right now should be one of our first choices if he was even obtainable, Nah, David Moyes not the right fit for Man United. Problem is, none of the coaches we've hired post-Fergie are the right fit for Man United. None of them. Moyes wasn't. Louis van Gaal wasn't. Jose Mourinho wasn't. Ten Hag, well, he looked like he could have been, but he's absolutely shat it. What about getting Zidane at United? I don't want him. I'm going to be honest, I don't want him. Zinedine Zidane has done amazing things at Real Madrid, winning multiple Champions Leagues and all sorts, and he's clearly a very good coach. Definitely a different task getting Los Blancos, who had, Ronaldo and Bale and all these fucking awesome Galacticos, and definitely different. He, as a player at that football club, knows the club, knows everything about it. Very different to get him to come to United and fix this guff mess in the most competitive Premier League in the world. Crikey. Nah, man, it's totally different. It's like this is a job for somebody who's got, that grit ability about them. Zidane, personally, think, you give him the best of the best of the best, he'll do you the best job. Same goes for like Pep Guardiola. Would I see Pep Guardiola getting the best out of Kettering Town? I don't think so. I think Pep's the sort of coach. He needs the best of the best of the best of the best. He needs the Messis, the Xavis, the Iniestas. He needs the best, the De Bruynes and the Harness. He needs the best of the best of the best. And if you give him the best of the best, he can do the job to the best standard. But without that, if you give him guff, it'll probably be shite, mate. And I sort of feel the same with that about Zidane as well. Although Zidane is proven to win things over in Spain, totally different animal coming to United and trying to save this current situation up against it with our owners and everything. It's a fucking nightmare. I just don't think he would do the job. I personally don't think he'd even want to take the job. And secondly, I don't think he's the right fit for the job, because where's his experience of like going into different teams in different footballing cultures, different settings, maybe dragging a team up from being in a failing position to winning things. He's just gone to a ridiculously great side, which he used to play for, and then carried it on and obviously won three Champions Leagues and all that. It's a pretty impressive stuff. Hello there, what's happening? Jarvis Cocker says, Pig, if you could go back and change anything with our club in the last 10 years, excluding the Glazers, do you think it would make a difference? Yeah. If I could change anything with our club in the last 10 years, excluding the Glazers, do you think it would definitely make a difference, wouldn't it? I mean, what would I change? It would probably be that initial, you can't stop Fergie retiring, but it would probably be that initial appointment of David Moyes. Probably make a lot more sense to go and appoint, somebody like, somebody like a Pep, a Klopp, somebody like that who clearly has, gone on to show themselves to be winning managers. That's what I'm saying. Shiny Bald Banana getting in here. What's happening, lad? Thank you for subscribing at an LSH. We all need to go find a new sport. I was actually watching the darts earlier. Fair play that Luke Littler guy. Anybody watch that? Smash the one if you watch that. Smashed up Barneveld to get through to the old semis. What's going on? He's 16 years of age. Guy's 16 years of age. He looks like Diego Costa's granddad. You know what I mean? Crikey, he's the most shot out 16-year-old I've ever seen, bro. Literally looks 38. Looks older than me, brother. Fair play to him, though. He's fucking good. But crikey, yeah, that Luke Littler guy, 16 years of age. He makes Diego Costa look young. Diego Costa, when he came to the Premier League, looked like he was about 40. He was only like 26. What's going on there? But no, he is really, really good darts player, that guy. Connor says, yeah, that kid is something special. Exactly. Yeah, your business is only as good as your employees. You can't make an obnoxious fuck a good employee. You can't make a shitballer a good one. Niha, I do agree with that to an extent. So definitely, the employees in the business, right? They're obviously going to have a big impact. But also, you could argue the most important thing within a business is how the business is managed. And the workers, to a lesser degree, depending on what the job is, they're not as important. If it's an assembly line, you should get some other twat to do it. Do you know what I mean? It's about managing things efficiently, getting the best out of them so they can do the job and organising things properly and all that kind of thing. So management is very important, as well as, the employees. So the players at our club are the problem, but also the way that they're being managed is a problem too. Yeah, precisely. That's it. Maybe put some duct tape on the roof. We should get Xavi Alonso. I don't care. Matt Busby play for Liverpool and see manage United. Fair enough, King Boomy. Interesting. It's just not really the done thing, is it? I mean, we haven't had it before. I mean, Michael Owen obviously came and played for us and won a Premier League. We've had it before where we've had some sort of crossovers, but it's just not going to happen. It's actually completely pointless discussing it. That just will never happen. Yep, Fergie won the league with Anderson and Cleverley in midfield. Pretty impressive stuff, yeah. Hey there, LSH. One of my mods has timed you out because you spammed the comment five times. Please don't spam. Yeah, good we didn't get Brendan at least. Ten Hag is an excellent liar. He will most likely lie his way out of the sack, says the Cape Cadet. In what way is he an excellent liar? I mean, I don't really know. Is he? That's interesting, Cake. I mean, what are you basing this on? Are you living within the psyche of Erik Ten Hag? You're a human lie detector, sir? What's going on there? Interesting, but no. Obviously, he's got to say what he's saying at the moment, I suppose. But I think he should just be admitting that there's obviously big problems, but he's got to try and keep some sort of a semblance of confidence or unity, I suppose, and just say lies like, oh, we played okay and stuff like that. Yeah, true. I know what you mean, Kate. Yeah. Just like saying, oh, we played okay and all this sort of guff when clearly we haven't been playing well. Last time we won by a 3-0 margin in the Premier League. Can someone tell us? 3-0. Last time we won by a 3-0 margin in the Premier League. It wasn't that. It was actually only a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Everton. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. So, yeah, the Palace game, but that was the EFL Cup. Yeah. That was a good one as well. Thank you, Ellison, for subscribing to the channel, and Antony for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. Who do you think should be the next manager? Wow, Lee. Well, if Ten Hag is going to get sacked, if that does happen, which I'm still undecided as to whether it should. Certainly, I don't think he should be getting sacked until the end of the season, and we should replace somebody, get somebody to come in then. That's genuinely what I feel. At the moment, anyway. But if I had to choose somebody, I like Big Carlo Ancelotti. I know it's not realistic. So if not, then maybe Emery. I think Emery's got good European pedigree. He's obviously got the ability to turn a team around and play a certain way. It's not going to be perfect, but if you look at what Steven Gerrard was doing at Villa, and then as soon as Emery's come in, it's like a noticeable change, and now they're just getting stronger and stronger. So I think that he would probably be a good candidate. But, there's a big difference between Fergie and Emery. There's a big difference between even Ancelotti and Emery. Well, taking it, it's not necessarily about defending him. It's just about looking at it like there are a lot of varying factors as to why we're so bad. It's not just all blame Erik Ten Hag and that's the only reason, is it? There's obviously a lot of other reasons for failure at this club. It's not a great environment, I don't think, to work under. We have had injury problems and stuff. I know he's making excuses after his game, but some of those excuses are valid. But also some of them are not. Yeah, no, we won't be getting Carlo. Get Coach Carter in. Gary Neville or Wayne Rooney. Oh, no. It's a no from me, Carol. Yeah, no. Probably be all right, King Boomy Man. Emery isn't the answer. When has he won the league at a big club? PSG isn't a big club. Okay, fair enough, but he's won trophies and things, hasn't he? He's won like 3 Europa Leagues, I'm pretty sure, hasn't he? Maybe even 4. How many is it? Is it 3 or 4? No. No, actually, I don't know how many it is. It might be less than that. But he's won some European trophies. He's won some stuff. Sevilla, obviously, and he's got pedigree when it comes to winning things. And he's got pedigree when it comes to turning things around. It's not like he's not won any trophies. He's won some European trophies. Now, they're not the main European trophy, obviously, but it's better than nothing, is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, Villarreal in 2021. That's it. Yeah, so Villarreal as well, mate. Yeah, that's the one. Villarreal. We need an animal in charge like a Keane or a Gattuso. Spot on, Kate Cadet. What we wouldn't do for a little bulldog in the centre of the park there. Bruno's like a little chihuahua, isn't he, in comparison? Just a little yapping little thing, isn't he? Just yap, 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 yap. Maybe bites your ankles, but let's face it, you want a fucking Rottweiler in there, mate. You want a Doberman, son. You want somebody with a bit of bollocks in there. In the middle of the park. You want a Tibetan Mastiff in the centre of the park, mate. You don't want no fucking Chihuahua, bro. You don't want no Paris Hilton fucking handbag dog as your captain. That's what we've basically got at the moment in time, which is a bit of a shame. It would be nice, like you say, to have a real, at least a terrier, mate. You want at least a terrier in there, Simone Inzaghi's a great shout. To be fair, Hazriz, I suppose he would perhaps be on the list. Jack Russell. Bruno gone at the head. Would I take Dyche at this point? Nashy boy Nashers, I'm not that desperate, mate. Sean Dyche should definitely not come to Manchester United anytime soon, bro. Could you just imagine if he was the manager of United, he'd be signing players like Tarkowski, he'd be getting Pope in nets. To be fair, we could do with Pope in nets right now. In all fairness, Joe. In fact, I would eat a whole jug of worms just like Sean Dyche in order to get Pope in nets instead of Onana. XL Bully. You need an XL Bully in there, bro, ripping people's faces off. Keane would fall out with 99%. Oh, dude, Keane would have him up against the wall, son. Wait, that sounded a bit wrong. That sounded a bit messed up. Kieran McKenna, my son. Oh, wouldn't it be nice, though? It's funny, in the 90s, a lot of United's players had that grit. Think about players like, some of them are obviously, sort of a bit mentally weak. Like Giggsy, for instance, even though he was super strong. It's not like he's a great leader or anything. Well, until later on in his career, but as a young lad, I mean, he's just sort of a passenger in regards to being led out there, is what I mean. Obviously, later he's captaining the side and stuff when he's in his 30s and stuff. He's captaining the side, but you need players who are essentially like battlers, and we had a lot of that back in the 90s, didn't we? Nicky Butt. He's another one. You had Roy Keane, Nicky Butt. He was a battler. Fucking hell. There's so many anyway. There's so many back then. Cantona, so many. Right now, they're all pansies. Cassie should be given the armband. I've been saying that since last season, boss. I reckon he'll make a great captain for us. The good old days. Yeah, Wayne Rooney as manager is not really an option. He's got to prove himself first. You know, I say it's a pretty foolish that Birmingham City even appointed him. Just got some Hollywood name in, really. They're actually doing all right, and now they're like 18th or something in the Championship. They're having a mare. Rooney's obviously not the answer. Michael Carrick is having a good job over there at Middlesbrough. It's a big step up to United, but Michael Carrick, I think he had 3 games in charge as interim for us, and I think, didn't he win them all, or he won 2 and lost 1? No, 1-2, drew 1. He was undefeated as United manager, you know. 3 games doesn't really qualify you for the job, but he has done a decent job at Middlesbrough. You know, it's way too soon. He needs to build himself up to a job like Man United, I think. Yeah, Jarvis says, need a suggestion for a great movie. Need to take my mind off of football. You need to take your mind off of football. May I recommend Shaolin Soccer? I'm joking. Well, a good movie. Dude, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of movies these days. You know, just trying to think of like a good new one. Shite. Don't know. Van Nistelrooy, what a player. Oh, Interstellar, if you haven't seen it, yeah, that's a good one, Abby. Street Fighter, Heat, Life of Pi, This is Sparta, Casemiro for captain. All right, anyway, yeah. All right, I'm gonna stick around for a little bit longer, read a few more comments out, guys. But once again, smash that like button if you haven't done so. Give us a big thumbs up. We've just hit 300 likes. Thanks everyone who's hit the like button. It does help the stream out, and it's free. All we ask for is a cheeky little like. So smash the likes if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Click the bell icon for notifications and get yourself in there with the last few comments. I'm going to read a few more out. Do you want Ten Hag to stay or go? Ryan... You've really got me there, mate, because you know, it's not as simple as just, yeah, okay, go. So he goes, and then what do we do? Who do we put in charge tomorrow? Like, who's in charge tomorrow? I kind of say, do you know what? Stay. I actually want him to stay until the end of the season and then sack him if he's shite. Give him a chance to turn it around between now and the end of the season. If he gets some trophies or, you know, gets us in top 4, cements us as a decent side again, maybe keep him on. But I just take him over until the end of the season and then make a new appointment in the summer. Maybe when somebody like Emery's available. Because there's not that many people who are available clear right now, is there? Who's the right fit for United? Bring Ollie back. Oh, interesting new one. So you're suggesting to send Ten Hag on his way and maybe get Ollie in as an interim or something. It's quite interesting. Smash a yes or no. Would you have Ollie back as interim to end of the season? As I was saying at the start of the show, like, these days make those Ole Gunnar days not seem that bad now, do they? But, nah, I don't think that's the answer either. I think the answer is just simply to get somebody else if and when Ten Hag has failed. Has he truly 100% failed all the way yet? I mean, you know, Alex Ferguson finished 13th one season. Pretty sure. So, I wouldn't say he's 100% gone just yet. Maybe tomorrow they sack him, but maybe not. Yes, there's Kate. No. Ollie won't come back. No. Ollie, yes, there's not. I mean, I loved Ollie. In hindsight, Ollie was good. It was only the final couple of months at United that sort of went downhill, and that was because I think there were some bad injuries. Obviously, Ronaldo came in, and then Varane got injured, and we were playing shite, and we had some bad losses. But overall, you know, he's got us to Europa League finals and all sorts. He was never Ollie out, to be fair. Fair play to your Cake. Carrick back as interim. Interesting. You'd rather give Steve McLaren the job than get Ollie back, and I don't want McLaren. Ah, dude, the Wally with a brolly. Hell no to Ollie. This is Kingslayer, yes. Steve McLaren, I definitely wouldn't have Steve McLaren in there, no. Not on his own. I think he's a great assistant, actually, but nah, not on his own. You think he'll be sacked only when top 4 is impossible? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mickey. That's what I think will probably happen. Potter, good coach up at Brighton, but different setup, healthy club, good owners, good situation, less expectations. Look what happened when he went to Chelsea. I'm not so sure. Happy New Year to you too as well, Disco Dave. Happy New Year. You have a great time, mate. Thank you very much for getting in here. Hey, no worries. Enjoy the DJing, bro. That's awesome. DJing Christmas, New Year's Eve. That should be banging, that. Chopper, thank you for the $10 super chat here. Says, even I'm shocked at the result today. United are nowhere near the team I used to fear, but it comes down to the Glazers tying the hands of managers when it comes to funds for players, etc. Sad, to be honest. I mean, yes, Chopper, I do agree to an certainly over the years. But I actually do think they've backed Ten Hag reasonably well. Think about it. He spent 400 million. 400 million pounds. 400 million. He's only been here, like, what is it, 18 months? I mean, that's pretty significant backing, in all fairness. And he's been allowed to sign the players that he wanted. I think it's more just a case of Man United's recruitment and the sort of network that we've got at the football club is just gash. So we've just basically signed all of Ten Hag's picks, and some of them have been good, and most of them have turned out to be gash. He has had money, Kate Cadet. Yeah, that's it, 400 million. He has spent money. The Glazers have given him money to spend. They haven't spent money elsewhere, though, Chopper. I'll give you that. They've lacked in all other areas. And over the years, they've not backed certain managers at certain key points, whether it's Jose in his third season, or Ollie in January and stuff like that. Happy New Year, Jesse. Thank you so much for getting in here raw tonight. Yes, how are you doing? And Happy New Year for everyone tomorrow. We will be doing a cheeky stream over on the gaming channel tomorrow night to see in the new year. Yeah, well, there you go, United. That's true, isn't it? Yeah, imagine that. So he's having to play players that are here that he probably doesn't even want. McTominay was on the list to be sold in the summer. So was Maguire. It's a strange setup to have these players still around and still be having to play them. Players kick managers under the bus every time. It's easy to blame the manager, isn't it? Yeah, imagine that. They blame the manager. They sack the manager tomorrow. The players get let clean off the hook yet again, even though some of these players are absolute bottle jobs and they're just as at fault for this situation as well. Gash performance, absolutely gasharama. Happy New Year, indeed, Ronaldo. Thank you. Jarvis, that's what I'm saying, bud. I'm with you. I think that's a sensible sort of thing of doing it. No need to make a knee-jerk decision, is there? We've done this plenty of times. Let's get the right person in if we are going to change from Ten Hag. And actually, he's still going to have a chance now if we keep him turn the season to turn things around. I think he does deserve that chance, actually. Keep Ten Hag, plan for a replacement, assess him at season's end, and retain only if he excels in the latter part. Spot on. Smash a 1 if you agree with Jarvis Cocker. I agree with you, Jarvis. That's my take on it as well. Exactly. 100% agree. Give him a chance to turn it around. If he excels, maybe he sticks on as the manager. If he does some good stuff, maybe we win a trophy, maybe we get top 4, maybe we start looking like a decent side again, which we are far from right now. We all know this right now is totally unacceptable. But if things change for the better over the course of the next few months, perhaps he can play himself into that position again. But I would do what you said, Jarvis, and just plan for the new season. Aaron, the FIFA stream isn't on tonight, mate. I've moved it to tomorrow, boss. But thank you, though, for putting that link in there. Get in there, Nukage and Freedom and everyone. Yeah, you all think the same. Do you really want another 6 months watching this shit? It's probably going to be a shit 6 months, even if we got Mohamed Ahmad, Bruce Lee in tomorrow to manage, though, bud. How are you going to just instantly change it? Who's available to instantly change it? Who are you saying to bring in tomorrow, then, Cake? Just out of interest. Who's definitely going to make us better overnight? It's not as simple as that. We've got gash setup, gash players, gash everything, mate. Thank you very much, Disco Dave. It was a very nice dinner, mate. Yes, indeed, Mrs. P doing bits. Although I burnt the inside of my mouth, I had a hot onion ring with hot cheese on and just shoved it in there. It was far too hot and it just burned the roof of my mouth. And then a piece of skin came out of my mouth, mate, off the inside of my gum. I got a raw, anyway, sharing too much info, but the inside of my mouth's burned, lad. Do you know what, Weblar? Do you know what? No. Even though Simeone, clearly a great coach, gets results, he's a shithouse who got Beckham sent off the 98 World Cup, mate. I hate the guy. And also, and also, he's a negative defensive style manager, which gets results. But I've always hoped that United will have an attacking style about us, an effective attacking style. Somebody in the vein of not him, but Klopp. Klopp's style of management and style of play, that's what I like. I like that. Even though they may lose some games here or there, I like going at teams and trying to attack them and score the shit out and score loads of goals. I like that mentality. That's the mentality that United should be trying to strive towards, because we're Manchester United and that's the sort of ethos of this football club. You don't want to get away from that, I don't think. So, thank you, Luan France. Just what you needed after that gash game. What about Frank? What, Thomas Frank? Interesting, PJ. Yeah, I mean, he would be on the list. He'd be one of the lower candidates on the list, but can't argue with what he's done at Brentford, mate. It's undeniable. Yeah, that's it. Yep, he did. It's true. It'd be another situation like Jose, wouldn't it? So do you want the results and do you want to play gash football, or do you want to play great football and maybe not get the results, or do you want both? Obviously you want both, but it's harder to do both. Hansi Flick's a great shout as well, so pro. Yep, Klopp's the closest thing. I mean, in terms of, is he a very good manager with style and everything, then yeah, Klopp is. As much as it pains me to say that, because Liverpool scummers, he's obviously over the years been a very successful manager, and they've played a very attacking type of football, which I like. I like that attacking mentality. Well, I guess Ryan. Fair. Superstar says, hi again, Pig. I had to step away and miss part of the stream. Thanks for making this guff horrible. Hey, no worries, Superstar. Thanks for getting in and sharing in the pain. Simone Inzaghi at Inter seems to be brought in. Yeah, that's a great shout, to be fair. You take a season or so of less attractive football but get some results on the spin. I don't know. I mean, I guess so. Look at Jose's first 2 seasons when he was here. Okay, the first season was actually really good, but the second season, yeah, no, we were defensive. We still managed to get second. I just want both. I just want to be able to play good football and get results. Like, it is possible to do that, Xabi Alonso, ex-Paul, yeah, screw that. Not tonight, mate. Sorry to disappoint, Jordan. I'll be back on it tomorrow. Simeone would bail United out. I mean, I could see it happening. Ancelotti, Laurent Blanc, Gerard Martino would be my top 3 wish list right now, but still I want to keep Ten Hag. Yeah, wouldn't give Klopp enough time, maybe. It did take him a few years to build his sort of setup up. Yeah, true. Still only 1 title for Klopp, nowhere near Ferguson. A little bit harsh, though, because he also won the Champions League, and they got to a Champions League final, and, so he's yeah, okay, only 1 Premier League title, but they did win the Champions League as well. So, that's as good as, isn't it? That's as good as. Bring back Ragnick. Yeah, open heart surgery is what we need. Eric still in. Don't leave. Let him to continue entertaining the hilarious match. Oh, my God. Handy Mandy can fix anything. De Zerbi. Again, Ronaldo. I think he's obviously clearly a very talented coach, but he inherited a really good Brighton side. He's obviously kicked them on and made them even better and signed some really great players and developed really good players. But great setup club. He's got into a very nice situation there. The expectations are not massive. The pressure's not massive. Totally different to United. I reckon he'd melt at United. Maybe he wouldn't, but I reckon he would melt. Just like most of them do when they step up to those big clubs, because it's a totally different pressure cooker. You always have issue with Simeone. Same here, Superstar. I know. I just hate that guy from the 98 World Cup. If we lose to Spurs and Wigan, then I say Ten Hag out, says Kieran. No, fair play to you. Yeah, I think it is pretty much going to hinge on his next few games. Gary O'Neill, interesting Hajrish. Yeah, I mean, he's obviously done very good things, yeah. Yeah, obviously done very good things. I was surprised Bournemouth let him go last year, actually, and got that Spanish lad in. It's pretty, I mean, they're actually doing all right this season as well. But anyway, you know what? I'm going to have to wrap this stream up, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. We've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes rambling. What are we doing? United a gash. That's the way it is. It's coming up to midnight. We better wrap this stream up. You're a bunch of legends. Thank you so much for joining us. There is no FIFA tonight, but it'll be back on tomorrow on the gaming channel. Do follow the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming. There's a link to all this already a stream set up on Flying Pig Gaming for the stream tomorrow night, so we'll be back on there. Guys, I just want to say thank you all for watching. Thanks for getting your thoughts and opinions in. Great show tonight. Loads of legends getting in with your thoughts and opinions going in there raw. Thank you, everyone. Merrick, Malps, Wanda, James, Arsenal Manic, Hardcore Gamer, New Kid, Disco Dave, LCA, LSH, Hamza, and everybody else as well. Nice one, Hamza. Jarvis, Cocker as well. Thank you, bud. Matthew, Square Window, Mickey, everybody else as well. Anybody's got in here raw with a super chat or become a member tonight, thanks for supporting the channel. Everyone else for getting in and having your say. Thanks for interacting with me and everybody else in the chat. Legendary set of legends in this community. Shout out you guys. Thank you, Chappie, K Slater, all the moderators like K Slater, Mikhail Kramer, Jarvis, and everyone. Thanks for moderating the chat. All the members in green, thanks for supporting the channel. And everybody else as well, thanks for chatting. Cheers, Luan. Cheers, K Cadet, you legend. I appreciate you. On the way to 80,000 subscribers, mate. Yes, lad. Share it around. Tell your granny about it. Subscribe if new and help us get there by the end of 2023. It's still possible, isn't it? Like, that is still possible, guys. It's unlikely, but it's still possible. 163 subscribers is what we need. It's possible, you know. So do us a favour and tell your granny about it and subscribe. Get them to subscribe. Sign in on your partner's device and subscribe her to my channel. Or him. Nice one. Guys, thanks very much. Cheers, Matthew. Thank you, Wanda, Bartek, LCH, everybody. You know, thank you, guys. Cheers, Freedom Journey, and everybody. All the mods, all the members. Much love. Piggy loves you. Thanks for watching. Unfortunately, United are shite. Let's not try and let it ruin the last day of 2023 for us. Hopefully, 2024 is going to be a much better year in every regard. Because it's been a shite year. Certainly, Man United's point of view, it's been awful. Hopefully, 2024 is going to be much better for us. We shall see. There's promises of a change in regime at United with Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in and Ineos taking the reins in regards to the footballing control of the club. If that's the case and we do see a better run football club over the next 18 months, maybe you'll start to see us winning some things again or challenges for some things. But it's a long time coming, isn't it? For now, I'm still Ten Hag in. I know that's a contentious point. I can see the poll. We've asked the chat to vote. We've had over 1,000 votes on the poll. 47% of the chat say Ten Hag in. 53% of the chat say Ten Hag out. I'm wondering if maybe a few percent of those Ten Hag inners are like Liverpool fans. That's the thing. So, you know, it only gives us a rough idea. But personally, I do think, you know, that Ten Hag probably, like Jarvis was saying earlier on, makes the most sense to try and maybe plan for a proper replacement in the summer if and when that becomes the necessity. For now, it's still possible Ten Hag turns it around, isn't it? Jarvis Cocker, thanks for sending 100 knock super chat, you legend. Get in there, Jarvis. Ooh. Guys, get some big love in there for Jarvis. Thank you for that, Jarvis. He says, Happy New Year to all the legends. Glad we don't get to see Man United play until next year. Same, it's not an actual year. Jarvis, you're a hero, bud. Yes, next year, that's good. A couple of days' time, we're going to see those melts melt probably yet again, aren't we? Thank you, Jarvis Cocker. You're a hero, man. Thank you for all your help, by the way, this year on the channel. You personally helped me out a lot, you know, going through my tough time earlier on this year. And thank you and everybody else who's been there for me on this channel. Absolute bunch of epic legends such as yourself. Thank you, Jarvis, and everyone as well. Paul, Disco Dave, LSH. I've got to wrap it up there, but everyone stay classy, sleep well. Thanks for watching. United are shite. We need to change. Definitely have to get a new regime in. Hopefully this new direction we'll be going in under Ineos is perhaps going to improve things, but I'm sceptical myself because of the Glazers shithouses still being there. But we'll see. The fact is we need a big change. Players need to step up. It's an absolute joke. Tactically, we're a mess. Confidence-wise, we're in the shitter. And Ten Hag might be on borrowed time. He might be on borrowed time. He still may have enough time just to turn things around if he can get on a winning sort of run. But I doubt they will sack him off tomorrow morning, but you just never know. You just never know. And as I say, with the situation as it is, with Ineos coming in to take over the football and matches at the football club, maybe they just decide to make a fresh change and fresh start when they come in and take the reins. It's possible. Thank you, Lachlan Elliott, for subscribing to the channel. Yes, mate. Everyone, hit that subscribe button before you go. Do smash the sub, like, subscribe, all that. Hey, Football Brownie, I'm not doing too bad apart from, obviously, United, mate. Obviously being a complete thorn in my side. But other than that, not too bad, mate. Thanks for asking. We're just wrapping up, though, so legend. Have a good one, Football Brownie and OP Dragon and Hoopman and Kingstone, everyone. Chewbacca. Thanks, guys. That's it from me. We'll be back tomorrow night with a cheeky little gaming stream on Flying Pig Gaming to see in the new year. Cheers. Oh, no, from Nottingham. Oh, no. Chairman Ro, thank you, bros. Good night. God bless. Piggy loves you. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick at Flying Pig United. Check out the website, flyingpigunited.com. Check out the gaming channel, Flying Pig Gaming. Check out the clips channel, Flying Pig United Extra. And I'll see you on the flip-flop later. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Good night. God bless. And I'll see you later. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.